Motivation is the fuel that propels us toward our dreams. But for most of us, keeping that fire burning is a constant battle. No matter how many motivational speeches you listen to or productivity apps you download, you eventually find yourself back in that vicious cycle of procrastination and disillusionment. But what if I told you there's a surprising reason behind this motivational struggle? A mind-blowing truth that few people know about, but one that can free you from this mental prison forever. This is an unmissable opportunity to unlock your limitless potential and live a life of true purpose and fulfillment. In this video, I'll reveal the hidden cause behind your lack of motivation, and more importantly, how you can overcome it once and for all. Subscribe now and discover the life-altering secret. At the core of this motivation crisis lies a powerful neurochemical called dopamine. Dopamine is the brain's built-in reward system, designed to motivate us to take actions that promote our survival and well-being. When we anticipate a reward, like food, money, or social praise, dopamine levels spike, creating a sense of desire and motivation to pursue that reward. This dopamine hit is what drives us to work hard, practice a new skill, or stick to our goals when the going gets tough. However, here's the kicker. Dopamine cannot distinguish between beneficial rewards and cheap, short-term thrills. Whether it's accomplishing a major milestone or merely checking your Instagram notifications, your brain releases dopamine all the same. This is where modern technology becomes a double-edged sword. The constant stream of likes, shares, and novel content from our devices provides an endless supply of dopamine hits, hijacking our motivation and trapping us in a cycle of unfulfilled desires and shallow pleasures. We're being conditioned to crave the quick fix rather than pursuing long-term, meaningful goals. The harsh reality is that many major companies have caught on to this dopamine hack and are actively exploiting it to keep us hooked on their products. Social media giants like Facebook and Instagram deliberately use infinite scroll and variable rewards like likes, comments, and shares to keep us endlessly refreshing for the next dopamine hit. Video game publishers rake in billions by introducing loot boxes, randomized rewards that trigger the same neural pathways as gambling. And don't get me started on how porn sites use cliffhangers and provocative thumbnails to keep you binging for just one more video. These companies employ entire teams of psychologists and developers to study human behavior and code irresistible addictive experiences. They know that by providing an inconsistent, variable schedule of rewards, they can spark the dopamine fireworks show in our brains that creates insatiable cravings. It's the same malicious tactic found in slot machines and cocaine addiction. Except in this case, the product is free, ubiquitous, and socially acceptable, making the trap all the more insidious. We're being turned into dopamine zombies, mindlessly consuming content in pursuit of the next fleeting high. But it gets worse. Like any addictive substance, the more dopamine hits we receive from these cheap online thrills, the more tolerant our brains become to them. We start needing bigger and more frequent hits just to feel a fraction of that initial rush. It's a vicious cycle of chasing ever higher dopamine peaks, leaving us craving more and more novel stimuli like frenzied junkies. This insatiable hunger is what causes many of us to abandon our long-term goals and meaningful pursuits in favor of doom scrolling through social media for hours on end. The hard truth is that cultivating real-life skills, deepening relationships, and striving towards fulfilling ambitions simply cannot compete with the relative ease of getting an instant dopamine fix online. Why put in the effort at work or commit to a challenging fitness regimen when you can just pick up your phone and experience an effortless flood of neurochemical gratification? Our hardwired reward system has been hijacked, causing our motivation for long-term, delayed rewards to wane in favor of these cheap, fleeting highs. We're like dogs continually chasing cars, never able to be satisfied. I know this harsh reality all too well because I was once a dopamine addict myself. I was constantly chasing the next cheap thrill online, mindlessly scrolling, watching one more video, playing one more game of Candy Crush. My motivation for my true passions and goals withered away. I was stuck in a cyclone of aimless consumption and disappointment in myself. That's when I embarked on an audacious dopamine detox. radically eliminating all digital distractions and retraining my brain to derive satisfaction from meaningful pursuits again. The process was excruciating at first, like any recovery from addiction. But eventually, I broke free from those dopamine shackles. My motivation came roaring back as I reconnected with my core desires and values. I reclaimed my destiny as the author of my own life story, instead of a portrayal actor in someone else's play. And look at me now. I'm here sharing this life-changing lesson with you because I achieved what I once thought was impossible. If you're feeling trapped, drained, and perpetually unsatisfied despite your achievements, this video is your wake-up call. You have the power to reshape your neural reward pathways and ignite an unstoppable internal drive. In an upcoming video, I'll reveal the killer 7 days dopamine detox strategy that allowed me to slay my digital dopamine demons. But you need to act now, while your window of opportunity is still open. Regain control over your life's narrative and start creating your masterpiece today. To recap, we've uncovered the shocking truth about how our own brain's dopamine reward system has been hijacked by modern technology and media. The constant stream of likes, shares, videos, and virtual rewards is fueling an inescapable dopamine feedback loop. This addiction to cheap online thrills builds up a tolerance, diminishing our motivation for long-term meaningful pursuits, like achieving career milestones or cultivating deeper relationships. But you don't have to remain a prisoner to these devious dopamine tactics any longer. It's time to take back control of your motivation and mental focus from the big tech puppet masters who have been pulling your neurochemical strings. The first step is understanding how your dopamine reward system works and how to start managing those hardwired cravings. But you need to act now. Hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss this potentially life-changing content. Your unlimited motivational potential is waiting to be unlocked. All you have to do is take that first step today. That's why in this showing up video, I'll be revealing my personal killer 7 days dopamine detox strategy, a step-by-step roadmap I use to break free from digital dopamine addiction and reclaim my passion, drive, and sense of purpose.